Okay, we're going to figure out what's going on with this circuit. This is a flash circuit, and I'm going to use a 12 volt battery here. You could use a power supply, but I'm just going to use a battery because I happen to have it sitting around. And this is a 10 watt LED. It's a white LED, but you could use any other colors and it might be a little faster. This has a phosphorus on it, so it's a little bit slower. There's two sides to the LED. The positive side is going to go to the positive side of the battery, so I'm going to connect that, and then I'm going to make sure it doesn't point into the camera. And then the negative side here of this, I'm going to use a yellow jumper to show that it still is the negative side. That the positive current is going to go through this diode, give off light, and then it's going to continue on into the current. I'm going to kind of put it off screen like that, and then it's going to go through a photodiode. Holy cow, it's already working. And this is the power transistor. It's going through the power transistor, and there's a little lead right here, which is our pin 5 on this particular program, which will cause the pulse to turn on the power MOSFET. The power MOSFET has a pull-up or pull-down resistor here, and we'll talk about that when we do the code and the schematic in Tinkercad. So I'm going to plug this back in, pin 5, and the whole idea about this is we've got a little resistor, variable resistor, and as it goes, it is going to read different values of voltage to the analog in this case analog in 3-pin, and it's going to convert that value into a time value. So it makes a really nice little strobe, variable strobe for doing all sorts of little projects. The timing can be changed around on this, and that's a really important thing about making your own circuits. You can pretty much make it do whatever you want it to do. One of the things about this circuit is you really want to make sure the grounds are connected. So this is the ground of the Arduino. It goes to the ground of the battery, which is over here, battery ground, and it's also the ground for the rest of the circuit. So we'll see that there's a pin that goes over here, which is the ground for this side of the potentiometer or the variable resistor. So there's also another pin here. Pin 13 on the Arduino goes to a little flashing LED on the board, which is there, but it also goes to a little red LED. Sometimes it's hard to see that little flashing one, so in the code we put in a little red LED too. So it's a fun project, and we're going to move over to Tinkercad now, build the whole circuit in Tinkercad, and talk about the code for this as well as figure out how to put the power MOSFET into Tinkercad too. So it's a nice overall fun project for doing some interesting photography pictures with. Let's see you in Tinkercad.